Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I have an empties for you for the months of March and April. We have a lot to get through. Obviously you can see a little bit of it poking out right there, so why don't we go ahead and get into it. Alright, as we get started, if you're not familiar with empties videos, basically I just show you everything that I've used up in the past couple of months and give you little mini reviews on them. Now, I'll start with non-makeup items and end on makeup items, and then I'll tell you the total value of everything that I've used up here. But I'm going to start out with body items here. So I have 3 lotions that I've used up. Out of these 3, honestly, this one was one that Bo just picked up at like a grocery store here. Okay, like the feel of it's okay, but the scent wasn't great. The aloe vera, this one smells like that cucumber, like, was it like several years ago there was like a cucumber watermelon kind of scent? This is what that one reminds me of. However, if you want a really good lotion from Vaseline, but it's unscented, it is thick. I cannot use it every day, and in fact when I put it on I will almost feel hot some days because it's like so thick. But if you're someone like me who like does not like to apply lotion like a million times, I don't like to reapply every day if I don't have to, I can put that lotion on like once or twice a week and be good. And then the other lotion I have here is from Bath & Body Works. This is Vanilla Bean Noel one, and I had to code it open to get everything out. I love this lotion brand. Like, I really like the consistency of it. It feels good, not to mention that the smells that they offer are insanely nice. However, I don't know, I feel like I don't get, like, this one doesn't go as far as something like this. So I wouldn't just rely on this. I kind of need both kind of brands in my collection, if that makes sense. And like I said, I really prefer the unscented version of this to this one. A couple more body items here. I have the fragrance mist from Bath & Body Works that match the lotion. Really, again, I really like these. I love to wear these to bed, so I will definitely pick this scent back up again too. I really like it. It's great like holiday season scent. And then I don't know if this quite counts, but I'm gonna count it. I think I valued it at like maybe 50 cents or $1 or something like that. This is from Best Western, a body wash. You know, when they put these little samples in the room, I grab them and like we'll use them up eventually anyway, so can't repurchase, but at least it's used up. All right, I have one hair care item here. This is from Batiste. This is the dry shampoo, the regular size version. I believe 2 months ago when I did my last empties, I had used up like a very large version of this, but I don't love this. However, the dark version is much better than the like original version. The original version, I get horrible white cast, so if I have to use this brand, I will continue to use this like dark hair version. However, I do look forward to going back to the US and trying some other brands out. I feel like there are so many other brands that are just as affordable, but probably better quality. So this is like one of the only ones I can really find here in Sweden, sadly, but yeah. All right, let's move into the category of skincare. I have a couple samples here that I used up, some foil packets of the Lancome Genifique little serum. I honestly don't think this is worth the money, not to mention that up in the top 5 ingredients it has denatured alcohol in it, which is not, my skin really doesn't like it, and I honestly didn't realize that until I had finished these samples, and I wish I would have because I probably wouldn't even bothered with this. But for how expensive this daggum serum is, I don't understand why the ingredient list isn't more impressive. Also, I don't know if I showed it, but this is the little mini guy of it too. This is what the Ulta birthday gift for me was last year. And then I have 2 little guys here. These are cotton pads. One was just from like a cheap little drugstore kind of thing here, and then the other was sent to me from a friend. Thank you, Lou, for me being able to try out these Shiseido facial cotton pads. Much thicker quality. They're very luxurious. I'm not sure if I need this step, so I probably won't repurchase them, but they were super nice. I can understand for people who really enjoy taking their makeup off with cotton pads. Super nice, like, quality product. Okay, 3 more items before we get into makeup. I have the rose water kind of toner spray. I got this at TJ Maxx mostly because I went home for a visit a long time ago and forgot a facial spray, and I thought that this would work. It was cheap enough. However, this thing broke me out horribly. I hated this. Not to mention that when I read the side of it, I literally want to die. Let me see if I can find it. Water has been vortexed and magnetized to raise the energy to a higher vibration that we believe to be more beneficial. Yeah, that's a bunch of bull crap, and if I actually read that to my husband, he might disown me for ever bringing this product into our house. So not only is this just water, but the fragrance in it made my face break out horribly. I had to stop using this as a facial spray and use it in my hair or on my body. Like, I would spray my legs before I put lotion on or something. So absolutely not a repurchase. In fact, I think that anything with the rose water kind of, I don't know, overhyped. Next up, I have a sunscreen from Nivea, 30 SPF. I have another one that I just found from them for 50 SPF. I'm hoping that will not irritate my face. I'm gonna try it. Although I don't love these. These are just one of the easier things for me to find in Sweden. I don't really know where to find good like SPFs. So I bought the 51. However, I have a feeling that I'm not gonna like it for my face and I'm gonna end up wearing it on my body, which is fine. You need a good body SPF. 50 is a good number. But yeah, this one I started out using it on my face, and then when I got a better facial SPF, I started using this one up on my body. And especially like if I'm gonna go for a walk or something, I'll rub it on my chest and that kind of thing. So I guess the most simple way to say this is that I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And then the last thing I have here is something that I absolutely do love. This is a repurchase for me every year. This is the Coenzyme Q10 serum from Timeless. This is the big 4-ounce jar. I buy this once a year at their Black Friday sale, and this lasts me almost the entire year. And I love this thing. I will not go without it. It is a good antioxidant, and I believe it has a little bit of a peptide in it too. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But this thing here will forever be a staple in my skincare routine, and I highly recommend that if you want to try Timeless, keep an eye out for their sales, and especially the Black Friday sale. They do like half off if you buy a certain amount, which is super easily done. I love this thing, and again, will not go without it. All right, moving into makeup, I have a lot of lip products that I think I'm going to tackle first. I have 3 Carmexes from Bo, all empty. Great job to him. He is the Carmex king. I have no idea how he does it, but he finished up 3 this past month. I'm guessing he'll slow down now that, well, it's snowing a little bit today, even though it's freaking the end of April. I'm hoping that maybe that the weather will be less intense, so maybe that means he won't be going through those as badly, although we have plenty of them. He needs to keep it up. But I'm getting off track. Let me stay focused. I have a Julep liquid lip here that I used up in a previous project pan. I really enjoyed this as a blush. And then also I have the Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss from Soap & Glory. Mine ended up breaking, and I had to, well, I had used a good bit. I had to scrape it into 2 empty containers that I had left over. So these aren't technically empties, these were things that I had scraped then this guy into. And then I finished using the product out of here and then went on to finish up these guys. So technically this is the only empty amount that I'm calculating, but I just had those in my empties bin because I had finished them off one at a time and popped them in there. Then I have a Clinique gloss sample. I hate these little square packagings. I can't get to all the product in there, but everything that I can reach with the wand is done. And then the last thing I have here is a Noonie Apple Co. lip oil. I quite like this. I don't know if it was the most impressive lip oil. I ran through it pretty fast, but it was nice. I did enjoy it. I typically like lip oils to put on in the morning or at night once I've done my skincare, and I've kind of taken all that lotion and all those good ingredients and I kind of just rub them down over my lips too. And then I like to kind of seal that in with a lip oil or a lip mask. So not bad product. I did admittedly run through this a little bit fast though. Also, out of all those lip empties, the thing that I think I would repurchase first would be the Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss. I like a tingling gloss, although if I had to choose, I prefer the Buxom formula over this one. This one feels a little bit more artificial, where the Buxom one feels a little bit more natural of a tingle and a little bit less intense. But this, all in all, is not a bad gloss, especially considering the price of this is definitely more affordable than the Buxom ones. Okay, one more lip empty that I almost forgot. This is a Revlon lipstick, and this was in the shade Desert. I really like this formula. It's very sheer, I really like those balmy, easy to wear kind of lipsticks, and I'm definitely gonna miss this, but at the same time, I haven't seen this like sold in a long time, and I don't know if they're discontinuing it or maybe my Ulta that I had access to was just stocking it really slowly. But really nice lipstick, really enjoyed it. And I'm thankful though that I have some other really kind of similar in formula and similar in color lipsticks in my collection. So even though I really like the formula, at least it's not something like entirely unique that I'm gonna like miss and can't get my hands on. I feel like these formulas are really popular nowadays. And then the other thing I have here is the Volume Stylist Mascara from Essence. I'm not a big fan of this. This is my second tube, and I just find that this formula is too dry for my liking. I like a formula that's a little bit more wet, and I also think that the brush is a little small and it's that natural fiber. I don't really love that either. I prefer like a plastic wand. But yeah, all in all, I don't know why I bought this again since I didn't really enjoy it the first time, but lesson learned, I'm not gonna buy this anymore. Okay, I believe I have 4 more makeup empties for you. The first one is this Pixie Lash here, and these were really nice. I actually would totally buy this kind of blowout style again, especially in this actual style is called Pixie. Really, really like it. Really like these Kiss lashes, would definitely repurchase. And then I have the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I remember this used to be an absolute favorite of mine. However, I feel like there are so many good hydrating primers out on the market nowadays that this no longer feels special to me, which is kind of sad. Like, also, I didn't remember until I started trying to pan it to finish it just how fragranced it is, but it is very fragranced. So yeah, again, I just think that there are so many other hydrating primers out on the market nowadays that this one doesn't feel particularly special anymore, which is a little sad, and at the same time, at least I got my like full use out of it. Last two, I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. This one was discontinued a long time ago, sadly. I don't know why they got rid of this foundation. I feel like it's so good, but it's gone. I did hate the packaging though, because it kind of stopped, like it stopped pumping for me, which meant I had to like scrape it out and use it all up that way, which I did get everything out of it that I could have. But I'm sad to see this foundation go. However, again, I think there are so many foundations launched constantly that I did buy a backup of this, and I honestly regret it now because now I have a full bottle of this thing to use up. But at the same time, there are so many new foundations being released that I also want to test those. So a little bit of me is like, well, that's your punishment. Now you have to finish this one yet again. So hopefully I learned my lesson with this one to stop buying backups, because apparently me and backups just don't need to happen that often. Then my last product here is probably my most impressive. This is the Lorac Tantalizer Bronzer. I use this thing all the way up. I even scraped out the product I could from the ridges with like a spoolie, picked it up with my brush and finished it. I really did not expect to finish this so soon, but I'm so glad to have this done. And this was a really nice bronzer. I think it made me realize how much I really enjoy baked bronzers. I like that baked formula in general. It's a little bit more subtle. You can build it a little bit. And this one was a little bit particularly warm. However, I found that I'm panning a like contoury kind of shade that's a little bit too cool tone. So when I top this one over that, it worked really well. And I am gonna miss that for that reason. However, I am really excited to have a bronzer out of my collection already this early in the year. And with that being said, that's all of my empties. Now, I admittedly have been a little lazy today and like the past several days, and I've listed all of my empties to go look up the prices, and I've started filling in the prices to be able to add them up, but I don't have the total now, so I will put it here on the screen for you. But this is the monetary value of the items that I've used up so far these past 2 months. I will, at the very end of this year, I will put my total for the entire year, but I like to save that number for the very end. But I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you say hello in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.